So look, I'll repeat this again. We have two salts, D and E. D is zinc salt and E is carbonate salt. We don't know which metal is present in E, and we don't know which negative ion is present in D. So first, whenever a colored salt is there, it means there should be any transition element. If a condensation form, it means that this salt contains water of crystallization, or this salt is having some moisture. Test on residue. Residue means E, because why E? E is insoluble salt, so E should be a residue. So when you add sulfuric acid, whenever you add an acid and E already, you know, it is a metal with carbonate. So whenever a carbonate salts are there with acid, they will give fizz, bubbles or effervescence, which will turn lime water milky. Then you add sodium hydroxide. If you add sodium hydroxide and observe a blue precipitate, this confirms that this salt contains copper 2 ion. So there is carbonate also, and the negative ion is carbonate and the positive ion is copper 2. Basically, this salt is copper 2 carbonate. To the second portion, if we add excess of aqueous ammonia, whenever a copper ion is there and you add an excess of aqueous ammonia, you will mention blue precipitate, which will dissolve in excess of aqueous ammonia. This is the last point we discussed. Now, test on filtrate. So filtrate is what? Filtrate is a zinc salt. So zinc is there, but what else with zinc we don't know. To the filtrate from B is divided into 3 equal portions. To the first portion, we add drops of sodium hydroxide. If I add drops of sodium hydroxide and I have a zinc salt, what is my observation? If I have a zinc salt and I add drops of sodium hydroxide, zinc salt, when you add drops of sodium hydroxide, what is the observation? So it's white precipitate. These are free marks. Why these are free marks? Because 1 mark is for writing white and 1 mark is for writing PPT. That's why it's of 2 marks. So color of the precipitate and precipitate will give you marks. Now we add an excess of ammonia. Excess of sodium hydroxide. What is the observation? The first was white PPT. If we add an excess of aqueous sodium hydroxide, what is the observation? So precipitate dissolve and it will form a colorless solution. Is it clear to everyone? To the second portion was added excess of aqueous ammonia. If I add excess ammonia, excess of to the second portion, we added excess of aqueous ammonia. What is the observation? So it will be white precipitate, but this time the precipitate does not dissolve because this was a test for the positive ion. with excess of precipitate dissolved to form a colorless solution. Yeah, that's right. So white precipitate which dissolves to form a colorless solution. To the third portion, we add acid, hydrochloric acid, followed by barium chloride. What is this test when we add barium chloride? This is test for which ion? Yeah, this is a test for the sulfate ion. So, and whenever you observe white precipitate, it means this salt is containing sulfate ion. The result shows that this salt contains sulfate. So originally we know in the beginning this salt was a zinc, but what else is there with zinc? It contained sulfate. So we identify the two salts. You don't have to memorize this table in one day. Every day you will revise, and right now you're allowed to use a table so that you will understand a question. Once you memorize, then without a table you have to write the answers. So now the main question, what conclusion you draw about identity of solid D? What is solid D? Solid D is a zinc sulfate. And you can also say hydrated. Why I can say hydrated? Because when I was heating it, it was forming the water droplets, the condensation. This part. So this part shows that the salts are hydrated also. So it is zinc sulfate or hydrated zinc sulfate. What conclusion you draw about identity of cation in solid E? Which ion is present in solid E? The cation. Which cation is present in solid E? Solid E was what? It was copper, but how you will get 2 marks or how you will score 2 marks? So 1 mark is for writing copper and 1 mark is for writing the charge. So this charge is having 1 mark and copper is having 1 mark. So yeah, I'll quickly revise, go through the question. Look. You have a mixture of two salts. You have D and E are the two salts. So solid D was zinc salt. So we know zinc, but we don't know what else is there with zinc. And solid E, and it is soluble. It can dissolve in water. Solid E is insoluble metal carbonate. So we don't know which metal is there, but we know it's a carbonate. So D is a zinc salt where E is a carbonate salt. whenever you heat a salt and you observe a condensation or water droplet, so it means the salt is a hydrated salt. So salt is hydrated. And if it turned from green to black or black to green, what it gives you an idea? It gives an idea that there's a transition element present. About the transition element, you will learn in detail in the next chapter, periodic table, which we will start next week. But you will learn in the periodic table the term transition element and their properties. Then what we did, we add water and we filter. So when we add water and filter, what is left on the filter paper is called a residue, and what passes through the filter paper is known as a filtrate. So in this example, because E is insoluble, so which will left on the filter paper, and D will pass through the filter paper, so it will be filtrate, and E is the residue. So test on residue means test on E. And what is E? E you already know that it is a carbonate, but you don't know which metal is there. So first we add an acid. We have a carbonate salt and we add an acid. So whenever a carbonate salt, you add an acid. So what you will observe, you will observe fizz, bubbles or effervescence. Fizz will be there, or bubbles or effervescence will be there. And the gas, because the carbon dioxide gas is there, which will turn lime water milky. Then you add sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a test for positive ion. And if you observe a blue precipitate, so you will check the test for the positive ion and you will identify that blue precipitate are due to copper 2 ion. So this shows that there is a copper 2 ion present in this salt. And if you add an excess of aqueous ammonia, the copper 2 ion, if copper 2 ion is there, adding an excess of aqueous ammonia, it will form a blue precipitate which will dissolve and form a deep blue or inky blue solution, or royal blue solution. Test on filtrate. Filtrate is D. And what is D? It is a zinc salt. So we know zinc, but we don't know what else with zinc. So if we add a sodium hydroxide to a zinc salt, very small amount, so what we'll observe? We'll observe white precipitate. When we add an excess, we'll observe a precipitate dissolve and it will form a colorless solution. If we add excess of ammonia, we'll observe white precipitate and precipitate dissolve to form a colorless solution with zinc. To the third portion, we add barium hydrochloric acid followed by barium chloride. Barium chloride or barium nitrate is a test for the sulfate ion. So if you are getting a white precipitate, it means this salt contains a sulfate ion. So you already know there was zinc and you identify it contains sulfate. So basically, what is this solid? This solid is zinc sulfate. And why I call hydrated also, why I use the term hydrated? Because it was giving water droplet when it was heated, so it shows that it is hydrated salt as well. And the positive ion, the cation which is present in E, you already identify the cation means a positive ion. So which is a positive ion? Copper is a positive ion which is present in E. Is it clear? Okay, so because this is related to the memorization of the table, I don't want you to memorize by tomorrow, take a week time, but we'll discuss some questions. Tomorrow you will use this table also. We'll discuss more questions about salt and identification. But from next week and onwards, because as we'll discuss every day, either weekly we'll discuss one question, that is sufficient, so that you will have a revision every time. So next week onwards, so you have a week time to memorize these all tests. Tomorrow you will also solve some more examples related to salt and identification, but you can use a table to answer the question. But I want you to go through the table, and if any one of you neatly copied this, better share the picture on the group So it will be convenient for everyone. So I'll end the session and share the recording with you. Any question related to today's class?